Look at the beautiful day that we're having at the moment. This is a favorite spot of mine that I used to fish a lot on. Haven't been here for a while. This place used to be an automatic salmon catch. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be targeting flatheads, brim maybe, and then we'll go and target some salmon. It's currently high tide, so it looks like I'm going to be wading out in the water. See you soon. So first up, I'm targeting flatties. So I'll be using this little jack lure. It's 15 grams, but it's really tiny, so it sinks really well. And I find that this is actually really versatile lure. It should also catch a fair bit of snapper if they're around. So we'll see how we go. Okay, the walk out to this spot here, if you look at it, is much deeper than I was expecting. It got right up to my crotch. So let's see how we go with the first cast. Now this place is really snaggy, so I had to get right up to the oyster bed, which really screws up with my shoes, with the oysters cutting through my rubber shoes. So I'm hoping it doesn't do too much damage. Alright, just letting it sink to the bottom. Bouncing along the bottom because that's where the flatties are. It's quite windy here. I didn't bring my my other microphone, so I'm going to have to rely directly with the mic on the camera. So what I have to do is, once this lure gets about 8 meters out from where I am standing, I'm going to have to retrieve it in, otherwise I will get snagged. So I'm getting close to the snag now, and generally speaking I only lose lures when I only lose lures when I get greedy and I think I can reel a few more. And I think that time there I felt like the lure hit rock a few times just then. Here we go, second cast. And because the wind is quite strong, you have to reel in the slack so that the line doesn't get blown onto the yachts. And once you tighten the line, you can let go again because it's now on the water. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer for it to hit the bottom. Alright, now I'm super confident that I'll catch something with this lure that I didn't even bring my lure box with me, and it's a bit of a walk back to the shore. Let me see if I can show you the shore to get my other lures when I want to change. So I'm doing little hops at the moment. I might do bigger hops later on. There is one, just like I said. Right, second cast. This is a small fish. Oh, hopefully it's not too big that I have to carry it all the way to shore. hopefully I can take this off without. Oh, it's actually quite decent. No, it's a snapper. Like I said, there we go. Snap, first little pinky on board, tiny little one. See that? Okay, I'll let this one go. All right, third cast. So reel the slack line in, wait till the line drops down onto the water, then just release your bail. So that's not bad. Second cast, got a little pinky. I generally like to look around this spot, just, oh, I'm on again right away. I didn't even have a chance. This is a bit more decent. I have a feeling this may be a flatty. Oh, this is a good day. Beautiful day with a beautiful start to my fishing session. Oh, what? Another pinky. Wow. There we go. Slightly bigger. And I'm going to have to release this one. Alright, what a crazy start. I think I might have just found the school of snapper. That time there, I didn't even get a chance to do any jigging. My first, well, I shouldn't say that, my first jig, the snapper was on. Because this spot's quite snaggy, I originally thought I might have hit some snag, but it was a fish. So 2 out of 3 casts. It's a pretty good start. Probably won't catch anything for the next hour. Up again. I find fishing in wind the worst. Absolute worst. Alright, so I'm close to the snag now. So I'm going to now get my lure right up the top. And there we go. Pretty safe now. So for you new fishermen or new to lures, just make sure you know where your snags are. And when you get close to those snag points, get your lure up a bit more. And then just reel it in. So I've been casting the same spot for the first 4 casts. This is the 5th cast. And I'll try slightly different angles later on. I might, oi! Balancing skills is not too good. I might move to a bigger, slightly bigger part of the oyster bed. Oh, balancing skills is not too good. Okay, so little jerks just to bounce it off the bottom. And if I want it to go higher, which because this lure flutters quite well, I should be actually getting it to bounce a bit more. But I'll do that next cast. I'll be spewing if I see a salmon go by, because I don't have my salmon lure with me at the moment. It's out in shore. Alright, I throw a bit of rock there, so I'm going to start reeling in. Okay, now this is this next cast. I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can vary your retrieve a bit to different heights to find the fish. So the first two fish I caught, they were quite close to the bottom. This time I'm going to try to capture the attention of a wider range of wider area, I should say. So I will lift the lure up higher and then it flutters down. Hopefully that would, other fish will see it. So it's just very simple. Now you just jerk it harder, and you notice that I'm actually lifting my whole rod as well. Instead of just flick like that, I'm actually lifting it higher. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll pause it for a bit longer, just so that the fish can get a bit more curious when they're trying to decide what to do. And then when they see my lure jerk up again, they're like, all right, I'm gonna come and get you. I think I'm very close to the shore now. So you notice how high my rod tip is. Now, it's taken longer for me to retrieve, so that's telling me that I lifted my rod up a bit too early, so I could have done a few more. Okay, so a slightly different angle, slightly different spot now. I find that when I cast this direction, there's a bit more current, and generally the current's pushing that way if it's going in. Right now I'm on high tide. I didn't check the tide information. Wow, would you look at that? I've got a few brim just at my feet. I've not caught any brim on this lure. This lure is actually made of metal. I find that brim do not like metal lures. I'm hoping I have the patience to fish here long enough for the tide to drop a bit so that when I walk in I don't wet my pants. So I can't remember this side where the snags are, so I'm just going to be a bit careful. But the good thing about this little jack lure is that it doesn't get snagged so easily because there's no bottom hook. And so I generally use this lure when I get to a new spot and I bounce it off the bottom. If you can see, the hooks are quite small as well. So I generally bounce the bottom to find where the snags are, and like I said, 99% of the time the lure will come off this, the possible snag points, and then so when I do use other lures, I know where they are, and I will try to avoid that spot. So I start. It's basically my explorer lure, and that prevents me from losing 8 to 10 lures. So in the past, I would have just come to a new spot, tried different lures without knowing where the snags are, and I'll end up getting snagged, lose a lure, snag again, a different spot, and then eventually I will map out the place mentally, but at the cost of 8 to 10 lures. So now what I do is I use these little jack lures. Beautiful, beautiful lure to use because they catch fish anyways as well. Caught some beautiful flatties one time, all above 60 centimeters, but they're a bit of a hit and miss in the spot for flatheads. Now, especially with metal lures, what you can do after you do a few jigs, tighten your line so that you can feel the tension on the line. And the reason why you do that is because when the lure actually sinks to the bottom, the line will slacken, and you know it hit the bottom when the line slackens, and you'll feel it, and it's quite obvious. So back to my favorite spot. I think this spot is a bit better because predatory fish, the pelagics, will generally swim by that in this direction as well. I might do less pauses this time around to see if I can attract a different type of fish. So there's no hard and fast rule about how you retrieve. Varied a bit. So generally speaking, if you do a faster retrieve, you're chasing the hungrier fish or the fish that just can't resist something that's trying to escape it. Whereas a longer pause is for fish that are hesitant, can't decide what to do, so you're giving it more time to make the decision to strike. I would love to see this lure actually catch a salmon. Never had it done. I've had salmon strike lures that are about the similar size, that size, really small, but not in this particular profile. Okay, what I'll do is I will only start recording if I catch something. So I'll see you on the other side, hopefully. And I'm on. This time it was just taking my lure when it was just lying at the bottom. So I'm basically bait fishing, really. This is a tiny one. Yeah, tiny one. It's coming straight in. I think it's another snapper. Yep, absolutely tiny snapper. And there we go. This lure is a snapper favorite, the smallest one of the day.